Today at Edelbrock Revved Up for Kids car show, benefiting the Center for Learning Unlimited. This year they're honoring the historic Trans Am Series cars, so I can't wait to go get a look at some of those, including the great Smoky Unit car.
We're going to choose the top 10 for PowerTV today, I think.
Awesome, and I know which ones are going to fit my top 10. It's got to be the late 60s, early 70s cars.
And as we mentioned earlier on, Revved Up for Kids is for a special cause. We're going to be catching up with Christy Edelbrock at the end of the show. She's going to tell us a little bit more about the Center for Learning Unlimited.
So let's get started. Let's go get PowerTV's top 10.
We're standing in front of your 1968 Camaro SS. This is gorgeous. What have you done to it?
I originally made it back to the original state that it was in 1968, and I got kind of tired of it, and now I'm updating it. I have an electronic fuel injection that's all chrome. We've powder coated a lot of the undercarriage, new gas tank, new interior with leather and houndstooth, and I'm still not done.
Steve, can you tell us a little bit about this car?
It's originally a 68 car. It's pretty much stock. It has a 390 V8 with a Borg-Warner T10 4-speed and a 315 rear end. It turns about 3,000 RPM at about 70 miles an hour, which means about 11 miles a gallon. So this morning I filled it up and it cost me approximately 44 gallons for about half a tank.
Tell us a little bit about this car. It's stunning.
Well, this is a 65 Chevelle, basically built in memory of Ivan Baldwin. Motor's about 650 horsepower. It's all Speedway engineering equipped with the sway bars and stuff in the front, Franklin quick change in the back. It's a race car.
Can you tell us what we're looking at here?
Well, it's a 1970 Mustang recreation of the Parnelli Jones Trans Am race car. I'm running about 520 horsepower and fully modified race-ready suspension. I have to use double octane booster and the best pump gas I can find. It's 210 pounds of compression in the motor, so it's a lot.
Tell us a little bit about the car.
Well, I built the car in 1968. Had the two Chevrolets like it has now, and in the middle part of 1970, I put two Chryslers in it. And with the Chevrolets, it still holds the world's record for elapsed time and top speed of the AA gas dragster class. Covers the quarter of a mile in standing start at almost 208 miles an hour at 721.
What can you tell me about this car?
It's a 1959 Buick Electra, two-door hardtop. It's got a 401 nail head and a Dynaflow transmission, closed drive shaft rear end. Well, this paint job is actually, the green is a stock 59 Buick green, called teal green with silver metallic. The stripes is called scallops, very popular in the 60s. This is a 60s done car.
Bill, what can you tell us about this?
Basically what you're looking at here, this is a 1970 Hemi Cuda convertible clone. This is not real. There were 17 real ones that were built. This is basically restored to resemble one of those cars. It is the best of the best, has the best of the best of everything, if not better. Better paint, better detail. These cars were built in an 8-hour day. The details on them were only so much, so we kind of recreated this car to make it look like an original, but better.
I love this car. It's a 1963 Falcon Sprint, and it's the only 63 Falcon Sprint to ever run a Trans Am race. It has comparable to a Shelby-built 289 with all the factory Trans Am twin 4-barrel parts. The original owner of this car, Johnny Walker, actually drove it to the races. He drove from Oklahoma to Marlboro, Maryland, and to Green Valley and down to Mexico for the rally races. He'd take the bumpers off and take the mufflers off. He'd go racing, and he'd drive it back home to Oklahoma City.
Got another one that stopped me dead in my tracks. Dan, can you tell me about this?
It's a 1955 Ford panel truck. There were only about 14,000 of them made, so it's a pretty rare truck. It's nice and straight, which was a nice buy when I got it. I just decided that I had to have the Stars and Stripes theme, and that's the name of the truck, Stars and Stripes. Put a brand new 460 motor in it, bored it 30 over, went ahead and put a cam in it, new transmission, new Curry rear end, 4-link suspension, just redid everything on it.
Ford GT, my personal favourite, and I've bumped into Buzz Elliott, mate. This car, I'm speechless.
It's a very nice car. I was very fortunate to get it.
Now this is the supercar from Ford.
It is. It's the car that they wanted to commemorate the GT40 race car that they raced back in the 60s that beat Ferrari. And this car is about 25% larger in scale than the actual race car. But that making it a little bigger made it more comfortable for normal people to get in and out of, and it's a wonderful car. I just can't tell you how thrilled I am to be driving it.
The Centre for Learning Unlimited.
The Center for Learning Unlimited is a wonderful nonprofit school that works with kids with learning disabilities and special needs. They really do a wonderful, wonderful job helping the children and their families. They put kids back into the mainstream. Wonderful, wonderful facility.
And this is the 3rd annual Revved Up for Kidz. Will there be a 4th?
There will be a 4th annual, actually, April 26th, 2009. And every year this event just gets bigger and bigger, and we're just so excited to have it here at our facility to be able to support children and their families in this wonderful way. And it's something that I'm very passionate about and will continue to do, for many, many years to come.
Well, it's been an amazing day out here in Torrance, California for Revved Up for Kidz. Thanks to the Centre of Learning Unlimited for having us down here, and also Christy Edelbrock, and we'll catch you next time.